you a new tape. Star Wars. Who's the guy with the scary eyes?
He doesn't have a name. He's one of the space riders. And he's not scary. He's cool.
Your space rider certainly got his hands full. Pretty far out.
Nobody says far out anymore, Mom. Mom!
What?
Nobody says far out anymore.
Your mom. Maybe we should see if we could get tickets to see it live.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Your mom may not look it, but I was quite the rocker when I was your age. Your father and I would just lie on the hood of my old Chevy and listen to Black Sabbath.
You like Black Sabbath?
Like I said, your mom's cooler than you think. Oh, we'd look up at the stars and tell me all about the places you've been.
Mom?
How about some cake, huh?
Yeah, I'll be up in a sec.
You said that 15 minutes ago. If you don't hurry, I'm gonna eat that whole cake myself.
No, you wouldn't.
Yes, I would.
You wouldn't.
I would.
Hey, watch the hair.
Oh! Peter! We talked about you leaving your toys on the floor.
It's not a toy. It's an action figure.
More like an action landmine. Stab your foot. I win.
He doesn't even... Never mind.
13 whole years. Look at you. Where does time go?
I'll be up in a sec. I promise.
Right.
We'll bring hell down from above. Tonight we ride straight into the fire.
Oh man, I can't wait to play this. Maybe I can convince Andy to buy it with his paper out money.
Don't give a damn. This is our time to go from zero to hero.
Need to build up my calluses. It's pretty crazy that all that destruction started from one little mistake. Three natural ones in a row last game. Some barn I turned out to be. I gotta beat Janie's high score. This is embarrassing. This will be worth hundreds of dollars someday.
Tonight we ride straight into the fire. Are you ready to go, go, go? We'll make our stand. Don't give a damn.
I can't believe I caught this. That maiden show was awesome.
Tonight we ride straight into the fire. Are you ready to go, go, go?
Love to be able to ride on those light cycles.
This is our time to go from zero to hero.
Might as well just peel the stickers off and put them in the right spot. Fingers are still cramped from trying to bookmark pages. I know it's not how you're supposed to play, but I'm tired of dying everywhere. The movie was okay. The soundtrack really kicked butt. Keep hitting those dingers, George. You'll make it in the Hall of Fame for sure.
approaching the quarantine zone.
How long was I out for?
15,338 ticks.
That's very specific.
The betrayer is ready to begin her mission. She has requested your presence in the cockpit.
Gamora's on our side, Drax.
The spawn of my sworn enemy, a murderess and a traitor. Don't trust me.
We'll try. We're supposed to be a team.
I make no promises.
Oh, it ain't just a junkyard. The quarantine zone's the biggest pile of galactic war debris in the known universe. Just think of all the tech we can find.
Ah, there you are, Quill. Tell Groot to stop worrying about getting arrested.
I'm not overconfident. I'm just the right level of confidence.
Arrested? For what? Our ship just accidentally slipped into the quarantine zone.
Oops, our navigation malfunctioned.
Oops.
How would we accidentally cross into the Nova Corps force field?
Details.
Nice gizmos, Rocket.
I'm calling them thumpers on account of the noise they make. Assuming we get past the force field and reach your coordinates in one piece, all we gotta do is set them up, and these babies are gonna draw out our monster in no time.
How's that even gonna work? The thumper goes beep, 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 and the monsters come running?
It goes more like, and then the monster comes a-running out of its hole.
You sure about that?
Hey, all my intel came from your source.
Sources are very reliable. Those coordinates are 100% pointing towards a rare, elusive, priceless creature.
With no physical descriptions to go by.
What do you think elusive means?
No matter what the monster looks like, as long as it's got ears, you can be sure my thumpers are gonna drive it right into our arms.
Drax! About Gamora.
Let's not wait, Peter Quill. I am readying my body for battle.
You know we're supposed to capture this monster, right? Not kill it?
Of course. But I suspect it will not go down without a fight.
Cool it, muscles. Lady Hellbender ain't gonna buy damaged goods.
I will aim to preserve the integrity of the beast as best I can.
Good.
What is it?
Dude, take 5. We gotta talk about that Gamora thing.
I was waiting for you in the cockpit.
I know, I just meant... Are you gonna be okay? You are gonna be alone on the ship for a while.
Rest assured, I will keep a watchful eye on thwart the attempted treachery.
Or... you could try trusting her.
You're naive, Peter Quill. She is a mistress of deceit.
All good, buddy? You know, I don't understand you, Groot, but I'm gonna assume you just said something super kind and thoughtful.
What did the tree say?
No idea.
So, Drax, excited to meet our buyer after we catch the monster?
Of course. Lady Hellbender is a legendary warrior.
Nice. Gamora?
Up here, Peter.
Hey, that's my chair.
Oh. Then why aren't you in it?
I was, strategizing. It's one thing to get into the zone. We still gotta catch that monster. So did I miss anything?
Other than a ton of suspicious glares from Drax, not really. Now, if you're done strategizing, feel free to grab your seat. We're almost ready to go.
Okay, here we go. Rocket, Groot, Drax, get in here. We're going in.
We still have a few ticks before the next time window, actually.
Next one.
Nova Corps security grid resets every rotation. We want to be in and out before our code expires, or we'll get stranded.
If we wait for the next reset, we'll get a full rotation to do this. Nice.
Oh, why's the Novanet still up? Thought we were going in.
Here's the assassin's contacts are as untrustworthy as the betrayer himself.
Oh, please don't tell me Gamora's backdoor codes are bust. We nearly went broke getting them.
Relax, Rocket. We still got a few ticks before the next time window.
The network just reset. You can enter the sequence, Peter. 0451.
That's it? 4 digits?
Suspicious. These security measures are too simplistic for Nova Corps.
It's not that simple. The code only works on this date for this ship.
Oh, I get it. Gamora's codes are more like an encryption key of some sort, designed to integrate temporal coordinates and our ship's hard-coded serial into a local number generator.
Info gets in, digits come out.
4 of them.
Yep.
There. And sprint.
Incredible.
I realized there was so much stuff left after the war.
Restraint wasn't very popular in the Chitauri army, especially with Thanos in charge.
And it's probably all harmless now. I mean, Nova Corps had 12 years to get rid of the heavy-duty explosives, right?
That's why I like you, Quill. You're so pure. Oh, the wonderful and terrible things I can do with all this.
Stay focused, Rocket. We did not come here to scavenge.
Why not? The Milano's weapon system's good use and overhaul. Plus, there's good money in it.
The piece that we seek is far more valuable to Monster Queen of Seknov 9 than any illegally acquired salvage.
Whoa! Place is really shifty.
I'm not seeing a monster, but that big cylinder up ahead looks like the mining ship Peter's friend said to look for.
Friend.
For a night. And you'll see the monster soon as we place Rocket's monster summoning things.
Clark, yeah. Groot, Quill, suit up. Team Rocket's up first.
I still do not understand why I must remain on board with the assassin.
Because you're part of Green Team.
Assign me to the team before you name it. My skin is not green. It's teal.
Listen, if we want to trick the monster into going inside that mining rig, we need to place thumpers on both sides. 2 sides, 2 teams.
And 2 clips to the drop side. Ground's too unstable to land a ship. You'll need to jump.
That's our cue. Let's go, Groot.
Don't worry! Once the thumpers are placed, we'll meet in the middle and we'll capture the monster. Together.
Very well.
Thumper 1, done.
Meet you at the rendezvous point.
Gamora, take care of my baby.
It's a ship, Peter, not a child.
Oh, you magic.
trying to keep all this war stuff from floating away.
Hit that brittle stuff.
He is not a better shot than me. Just imagine what kind of blasters the Jadari had to use to wreck some of these frigates. I'm not being insensitive. I'm curious and kind of jealous.
I'm thinking that big cylinder thing is our rendezvous.
Yeah, that's the mining rig.
So weird seeing it all clustered together like this. Bits and pieces of a war that spanned the entire galaxy held together by pink goo.
Ebrium-based nanoresin.
Whatever. I'm just saying, it's a lot to take in.
Whoa, look! Yellow and blue. Looks like an old Novacore frigate. Nice!
Come on, dude. People probably died on that ship.
Killjoy, why'd he even bring us here if the place is so sacred? I could name at least a dozen planets with monsters on them, so why here?
Don't know if you noticed, Rocket, but people aren't exactly falling over themselves to hire us.
Oh, I have noticed.
If this job pans out, sure we'll get money, but also a rich new client. We need to impress Lady Hellbender with a monster she's interested in, not just any old critter.
Which is why we should have gone after Big Bang Boom.
We won't impress no one if we're dead. You know, I think I do sort of get it. Thousands of worlds fighting for some fleeting greater good. Yes, it is kind of poetic. Whoa!
I'm okay.
Ha! Almost made yourself a very late war casualty. You know, I like this. This is fun. The three of us, hanging out, just like when we started this game. Before you-know-who joined us. I do not hate everybody.
Come on, Rocket. Drax and Gamora are valued additions to the team.
You're only saying that because she's listening.
Is that why your plan has Drax and I seen the ship?
Maybe. Hey, can't a guy want to spend some quality time with his friends? Careful on that thing, Quill. You spot something out there?
How many of these ships did you personally destroy, Assassin?
Pretty sure that way's a dead end.
You sure?
Ah, there we go. Path's this way. Come on.
How can you even tell?
Just trust me, all right? Hey, Groot, you think we can find pieces of the Tryon Shard in here? You never heard of the Tryon Shard? Pyramid of pure evil that corrupts everything it comes in contact with. Making things up. Name one time I ever made something up. Shut up. Ask Gamora. Bet she's heard about the Tryon Shard. Hey, Gamora!
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, come on. I know Thanos had his hands on it during the war. It's gotta be in here somewhere. Quill, tell... where's Quill? What the hell is he still doing back there? Not like we have a choice to wait for. Star Lost got one of our thumpers, and I'm not walking all the way back there.
How do you even know the other way was a dead end?
Because, unlike you, I have a very keen sense of direction. Yeah, I'm sure it's safe-ish. Safer than flying with Gamora anyway.
I heard that.
I heard Novacore once wanted to drop entire planets in. Watch it, Quill! unit says I can clear more of these suckers than you.
As if. Oh, what the? Rocky, did you do that?
The scoreboard? You like it? Hacked it into your visor cover last time you took a snooze.
You hacked into my stuff?
Considering how many times I fixed the flarkin' thing, it might as well be my stuff. Optimal thumper placing distance should be just up ahead. I'm thinking right in front, through the giant hole where this ship's cockpit used to be. Well, that's grim. Yeah, try not to think about it. It's better not to... Amazing! I should have been recording. Bridge over. I want to see if he's alive. I don't know, but he's switching. Walking, Scott stayed, Will. You okay down there?
Yep. Yeah, just, thought I saw a shortcut.
Right.
Go ahead without me. I'll catch up.
Okay. There's a craft out Nova Corps missile bay just on the other side. We'll meet you there.
Yellow and blue missile bay. Got it.
Trying to bring the whole place down, Will.
I shot a thing.
I get it. First tool in the old toolbox.
Now this brings back memories.
How's Team Rocket doing down there?
We're fine. Waiting for Will to show up.
Aw, you little guy. Whoa, what the fuck?
You dead, Quill? We can hear your woozy squeal even without the comm.
Little busy! Crap! That's cheating! You guys should have seen that. It was this weird lobby thing. Not falling for this again. One last freaky eye thing!
Yo, Quill! You alright?
Peachy! Stay down! Oh! It's like pumping a zit!
Everything okay over there?
Quill nearly got himself eaten by a blob or something. Should have heard him squeal. You must fight with dignity, or at least die with it.
Not funny!
After we catch this monster, we really should spend half a cycle loading up the Milano with tech.
The longer we stay here, the higher the chances are we get caught.
Well, we got a lot riding on your gal pal's mystery monster tip. I hope she's legit. Like you could even tell if she had an honest face.
Trust in the plan, guys. Everything is checked out so far, right down to the mining ship. We put our thumpers in the right places, and we'll bag that monster.
Quill knows all about putting thumpers in the right place. And getting monsters in the sack, too. Mother of Scott!
Are you kidding me?
Man, that was too close! You okay, Groot? Well,
We're fine, but we can't jump that.
you don't gotta jump. There's a sturdy support beam on this side. Get Groot to grow a bridge across. Just ask him nice-like. He does it for me all the time.
All right, Groot. Let's see that cool viney thing. That's one hell of a party trick, big guy.
Gross. More ship eaters. Ah, they're everywhere.
All right, back to business. Boom! Right under your nose, Quill. Ugh, can't stand these things chewing up all this beautiful salvage.
Groot, I found a hitch. Can you latch onto it?
Hey, Greenies, you see any blue and gold ships out there, you let us know.
We have seen many such ships.
He means active ones. We haven't talked about what to do to run into a double.
We'll restrain them until you're done here.
Bad idea. Those cops are all connected through their stupid helmets.
If you see cops, you get my ship out of here. Even if it means leaving us behind.
Flark that!
Trust me, I've dealt with Nova Corps before. Even helped them catch real criminals. I can talk my way out.
You think that Milano can outrun a fully powered Nova Centurion?
She's done it before. Okay, here we go.
All right, set her down right there. Yep, one to go. Flark! No! Flark and Skaggy! You're attacking battery supply, that's what's wrong. Maybe you put it down too hard.
Let's just find a solution.
Solution's a new battery, with a charge.
Okay, we're on what's left. I found something with a charge. Kinda looks like a spacey car battery. Okay, this thing isn't gonna zap me, right?
The chance is minuscule, at best. You'll be fine. What are you waiting for, Will? Grab it.
Here you go.
That'll do nicely. Just let me tinker a bit. I'll have to do some tweaking once I see how much juice this thing puts out. So watch my back.
Watch it from what?
Fucking monster thing! Everyone get ready!
Rocket! Help me scramble some critters!
No, Scott! If I don't rewire this fast...
Looks like it's all us, Groot! Bye-bye, little guy! Bringing the pain! Keep him away from that missile, Groot!
That thing was gonna blow. It happened already. Thanks for the heads up, bud.
Keep him busy, Groot! I hate bugs!
They serve as preparation for the true battle ahead.
Move it!
Lights out, eyeballs! Really coming out of the woodwork!
I have not encountered any wooden structures.
Done. We're all plugged in.
Wow, just in time.
I'd like to see you fix it next time. Come on, 2 down, 2 to go. I can hear your visor working. Better not be cheating on our bet, Quill.
How can you hear that?
Groot's wondering if the reward's gonna be worth all the risk we're taking for this job. Me and Groot are nearly unkillable, but what if the rest of you don't make it out alive? If the 2 of us gotta lug that monster all the way to Lady Hellbender,
Guys, this job is a huge deal. It's for the freaking Monster Queen of Seknarf 9. She just doesn't know it yet. We pull this off, and we're...
Lady Hellbender's intergalactic monster anglers?
I do prefer that name, but the acronym is unusual.
No. We're still the Guardians of the Galaxy, but people will know that name means quality. We'll have clients competing to hire us. People bigger than Lady Hellbender.
Ha! That is doubtful.
Man, that thing is ridiculous. Think it was a ship or a robot?
That's a pre-century, a robot, but it would have been space-worthy. That ain't even the biggest one. They designed at least 5 experimental models twice that size. Plus half a dozen mega-century prototypes, star stealth models with modified sneak attack parameters.
Impressive, but I can fly circles around something that big. Give me a fast and sexy M-class scout over those things any day.
I do appreciate that sweet Ravager pirate tech. She's made for hit and runs. And boy, can she run.
She can hit too.
There's always room for more firepower, Will. That century probably took on whole fleets. This old Kree tech has me wondering, where would I be now if those blue butt stunts managed to keep me locked into their half-world experiments? Yeah, chances are you'd be climbing over bits of me right now. I wasn't even a person to the worst of the Kree's mad scientists. More like a real smart walking gun.
A very talkative gun.
Yeah, that part was an accident. They tried to fix it a few times. The entire facility was the problem. I wish I'd gone back and blown it up before the end of the war. Do I look worried? The resin will hold. Ain't that heavy. I seen this group anchor a Shatari dreadnought. We'll be fine.
Groot, need you to shoot a bridge right into that eye socket.
Now, I want to see you do that something in combat. Wait, is that... Yes! I'm about to win this bet, Quill!
Here goes nothing. We're inside a giant robot head.
And I got robot parts inside my head.
Have robot parts inside your head. Inside a giant...
Hey, Groot, what do you think I should do when I win this bet? I mean, with the unit still owe me once I win. No, we can't take the giant robot home.
Well, I know what I'll be doing with my winnings. I'm saving up for our next stop on Contraxia to get one of those Zeronian massages.
It's so predictable.
Found a nest! Maybe this is the Parasite Clubhouse!
I'm having the time of my life. You know what, Quill? I think it's unfair. You got 2 guns, I got 1. I think my points should count double from now on.
That's cheating!
All right, Thumper goes there, Quill.
It's not gonna piss off every critter around, right?
Sorry, Quill. Not taking no chances after the last one. I gotta test it real quick.
Not again.
I only flipped the switch on and off to see if it started.
Yeah, tell them that!
Gotta love that kill rate. That's what you get!
Wow! Blew him to bits!
Take this! What is ticket? Oh yeah, it is like that time.
Let loose, Rocket! Nice splatter, Rocket!
I know, right? What was that worth? 5 points?
Oh, come on! You can't just give yourself points like that.
Great job. We'll meet you at the night shift.
All right, mining rig is right there. Of course it's secure. As secure as a broke-down Chitauri shipwreck's ever gonna be. That's cause you keep calling it gooey stuff. It's nano-resin.
Come on, Groot. We need to get across here. The rocket wouldn't put you at risk, right?
That's right. I've always got your back. Nah, it just looks unstable like everything else in here. Don't get your twigs in a bundle. Yes, the resin can hold a stupid warship. I'm telling you, it's totally safe. See? I'll even prove it. Huh? Look at this.
Rocket?
Oh, fuck.
Guys, jump!
No! Ah! Groot!
Groot! Buddy, you're okay!
Fine. You bargain piece of moldy driftwood, you could have died saving me! Says on me to set the miners. I don't want to make him wait.
That's it? You're not going after him?
He says it's fine. We'll meet him later.
Team Rocket, is everything okay? Groot's signal just went dark.
His radio must have broke when he fell.
What happened to your timber companion?
He ain't timber. He's alive.
Fell.
Groot just took a different path. He must have fell and broke his radio.
Yeah, that's it.
Why take a different path?
Team Rocket over. Hope that got rid of him. Sounds like green team's off our backs. Now we can stop worrying about that dumb accident. Groot's fine anyway. There's nothing to worry about.
An accident, Rocket? Come on!
What? That's all it was.
It's your fault! You hadn't fooled around on that ship.
I didn't. You don't know nothing. Stop trying to be smart.
That sure didn't sound like an apology.
Nope.
Man! If that afterburner kicked on right now, we'd be toast.
Let's hope it don't. Because we have to find a way through this thing. Mining ship's on the other side of that turbine, so we gotta find a way through.
Try not to jump on anything this time. Groot's not there to grab you if you...
Well, either shut up or help me figure out how these blades open.
There's a drone access tunnel over here. Can you squeeze in there?
Knew it. Rocket, fix the thing. Rocket, clean up the mess. Rocket, crawl into the mystery hole.
See anything?
Yeah, a manual override.
Team Rocket, we hit a snag. One of our summer points was covered in resin, so we're gonna fly around and get another spot.
Just make sure the new spot is as close as possible to the original one. Because of maps and angles.
Great. Another turbine.
Yeah, that is how these things are usually built. Clark! It's stuck on something! Someone's been practicing.
Come on, let's get out of here.
we didn't get distracted. I've been thinking about buying him a leash.
Grab!
It wasn't me this time, I swear!
One for me!
That point don't count if we're dead! I'm gripping this thing with muscles I didn't even know I had!
Oh, crap!
Where's...
Larkin, son of a...
I told you I saw that.
Great timing. How did you guys...
Good to see you two. So you're gonna want to rob the ship as fast as you can. We're seeing a lot of movement.
Yeah, stuff's getting real violent out here.
Just try to hold her still for us.
That's not gonna be an option soon.
This position is untenable.
Drax incoming! Watch out! What? Hang on!
Be parachuted.
Too much debris! And things are out of here!
Go! Keep running!
Stop barking around, man!
Really?
Well, this way!
Keep rocking! Can you make it inside?
Yeah, all in one piece.
Got it. Meet you in a tick.
No rush. It's nice and cozy in here.
Not so much when you can't see in the dark.
I think I felt the panel. There's wiring in there. See if I can get the systems back on.
How long is this gonna take?
Come on! Larkin tensor cord, just deep. Wiggle deep. Okay, so life support's going back up. What's it look like out there?
Mother of space particles.
That one! Well, you okay?
Yeah, it's just...
Well, that's concerning.
What was that?
It's a swarm of old cleaner bots. Maybe.
Old cleaner bots.
We don't know. You okay, buddy? Sorry about the shooting.
Yeah, thought you were that freaky thing we accidentally released.
We saw some cleaner bots. Accidentally. At a distance. We're totally alright. They just ran away when it saw us, right, Will? And I'm glad you're safe too. Wow.
Rocket, I'm not so sure that swarm thing was inoffensive. I feel kind of bad about releasing it.
Will took a pot shot at this massive worm nest. A chunk of something fell off and the big floaty creature came out of it. That's all. Sorry about the shooting.
Yeah, thought you were that freaky thing we accidentally released.
We saw some cleaner good. You're safe, too.
Rocket, I'm not so sure that swarm thing was inoffensive. I feel kind of bad about releasing it.
Quill took a pot shot at this massive worm nest. Chunk of something fell off, and the big floaty creature came out of it. That's all.
Anyone else get a weird vibe off this place? Maybe it's haunted.
Haunted with what?
You know,
Here you go. Rendezvous coordinates are that way. But we'll have to find a way around the rubble.
I'll try to find a side passage.
Look at this old beauty. A table. This is a vintage Model T engineering workbench. They don't make them sturdy like that no more. Hey, come on, Will. Let's see if this beauty still works. Maybe it can fix up your gear. Hey, hand me that part.
You guys get the Milano parked somewhere safe? Guys?
Maybe they got tired of hearing you yak.
This place gives me the creeps.
Done in record time. Hey, Quill. Groot says there might be something behind the big unit over here.
Oh yeah! Nailed it! And thanks for the upgrade.
All right, let's squeeze our way out of here.
So,
What thing? I didn't see a thing. Definitely don't want to talk about no thing.
seems a little wobbly. You guys hang back a sec.
Quill! Scott!
This place is crawling with ugly. Guys, I'm not alone down here.
Gotta deal with it. Look for a way around.
Holy crap! This is the most punchable thing I've ever seen.
Hey, Quill! Groot says the bugs called their friends!
French fried and petrified.
That thing was freaking nasty!
Man, Rocky, you really missed out. That was amazing.
Team Rocket! Finally, we couldn't hear you before. Something about the mining shipment messing up our comms.
Yeah, something really ain't right in here. And Quill fell down another hole.
Another one. I'm parked in Milano, but Drax is out there searching for you.
Maybe you'll find Quill before we do. We're trying to catch up to him.
Guys, we really need to get better at the buddy system.
He is not my buddy. I will find you, Peter Quill. Describe your surroundings.
Old metal, old mining equipment, just old.
Noted.
Weird bunch of stuff to mine.
What was it?
I don't know. Weird, cutey hunks of rock or metal. I wonder if Rocket knows what this is.
Peter Quill, I have located some old equipment, but I do not see it.
This whole place is old equipment.
It's not there on my search.
bumper spot. We'll head that way and keep an eye out for you.
All right. Pretty sure that baby's our ticket upward. That crate is being held up by this crane.
We could free it.
Let's see that fancy footwork, Gamora.
Bet you can't do this.
That is physically impossible.
Drax, think you can heft that container?
Behold the might of a Katathian warrior!
You can place it there.
Understood. Impossible. Remember this moment should you ever think of crossing me, assassin.
All right, Rocket. We're back on track.
Oh, yeah, good for you. It ain't stealing if it's abandoned, please. Oh, flog.
Rocket.
Not now, Quill.
Rocket.
Perhaps he has located our monster.
We don't even know what it looks like. The intel was extremely vague.
It wasn't vague, it was rushed. It's probably some cute little...
Nightmarish abomination.
We Hellbender is a renowned warrior. Ideal specimen of fighting strength.
Like I said, something scary.
Disagree. Strength is endearing. Marry your mother Hogan, two of the strongest people who ever lived.
Maybe we would have gotten along.
With a name like Hellbender, Gamora's probably right. It's gotta be something scary.
Nightmarish. A proper apex predator.
Snarling and nasty. More teeth than all of us combined. Bat-like wings with razor tips. Probably spits poison or acid.
Or acidic poison.
I hope all these are true. I yearn for a word of challenge.
This place, I don't know, just feels too quiet. Like a church.
Or a grave.
Two are not mutually exclusive.
Well, you got some timing. We got company.
How many pieces from the last number?
We haven't even...
They are food for our quarry and will not be far behind.
Let's just focus on not becoming food ourselves!
We need to regroup!
You're right! This isn't working! It's like we woke up the whole ship! Just hang in there! Guys, huddle up!
It feels like they're everywhere, laughing at us.
And yet, we cannot retreat.
No one wants to retreat, big guy, but I gotta say, it's fucking scary out there, Quill.
Monstars on the field, danger on all sides. It's time we stand and face it, and make sure they're nullified. Are we heroes to be laughed at? No! I'll laugh at them instead. Who's with me?
Wise words, Peter Quill.
We are!
Great!
Told you we could do this!
Never had it down.
Toss them around!
Drax was right. Let's really get the blood pumping.
This is my kind of workout!
I will destroy you all!
You got this, big guy! Want some? Get some!
What are you offering, Peter Quill?
Slice and Drax, destroy!
He's off his game. Let's knock him down.
This kills the crab!
You are a rousing leader, Peter Quill.
You just gotta feel the beat!
Glorious! Bring on our monster. I'm engorged from battle.
Didn't need to hear that.
Come on, last bumper spot is this way.
How do you know?
My senses are fine-tuned to measure even the tiniest vibration.
Really?
No, I'm tracking it on my display.
It looks like it's still got some juice. Give it a go, Rocket.
What's a genius at work?
You are a miracle worker, man.
This tech was built by people who make holes in giant floating spacecrafts.
I have to say, that is an immaculate parking job.
Thanos never tolerated imperfection.
Never been a problem for Quill. Yeah. This is it. Last spot.
Can't wait to be out of here. This place feels like it's about to collapse on itself.
I cannot wait to meet our monster.
I thought you were mostly interested in meeting the buyer.
She is a respectable collector.
Is it working?
Yeah, don't worry, Sunshine.
Is it, doing it?
What? It appears to be broken. Ain't nothing broke. That's the sound it's supposed to make.
What sound?
You can't hear that? Hear what?
Our monster has arrived!
I see it.
Good. Oh, crap, the door, Works. Let's catch our monster. Hey, that thing's fast!
Don't let it get behind you. It could be poisonous.
Lady Hellbender will pay extra if it is poisonous.
One less thing to hide behind.
I think it's staring at me.
Aw, Rocket found a friend.
Got nowhere left to hide.
But it can still run. There gotta be something to slow it down.
Maybe try calling it like a pet. Here, monster! Who's a good monster?
Bad creature! Come face your punishment!
Snap him up, bud!
What the flark is that?
Definitely not a monster.
Adorable. It's more matted than an Asgardian goat.
We cannot present this pathetic creature to the monster queen of Sector 9. She will laugh at us.
Maybe we can use it as bait.
I knew those thumpers wouldn't work.
What? My thumpers are state of the art. Musclehead's the one who rushed it the first thing that came through the door.
My head is not made of muscle.
You guys seeing what I'm seeing?
Yes. That is a monster.
Enough with the warm-up. Time to catch us a real monster. Let's get paid.
What in hell's name is that?
Definitely not cleaner bots.
Watch it!
The whole place is crapping out. We gotta get out of here, now!
Curse this volatile ruin!
Drax, go!
Hold on to your butts, people! Rocket, hit the music!
On it!
Focus on flying, Peter.
Someone play this man a song!
Now we're talking!
Watch the ship!
I'm watching!
You wait! Drax, what are you doing?
I am holding my buttocks as Peter Quill instructed.
Watch it!
Someone give me a hand! Am I right?
How about one upside the head?
dying with a guilty conscience, assassin.
Don't you get goo on my ship!
My shit.
Oh, that's it. Let me drive. You're gonna get us killed.
We're not dead yet.
Maybe we are, and this is hell.
Do not be ridiculous. This place lacks the eternal frost of Sardu.
Your hell is frozen?
The Tathians do not like to be cold.
Try putting on a shirt.
See? He's so...
Groot says watch out!
Yeah, thanks for the heads up.
You want me to take the controls?
No, I've got this.
Clearly.
Watch it! Don't get us killed, Quill. There's still so much stuff I want to steal. We ain't gonna make it. Hit the blue button!
What blue button?
The one for the secret boosters I added!
Can you please stop adding things while I'm asleep?
Punch it, Peter.
Now is not the time for hand-to-hand combat.
Whoa! Fuck yeah! Definitely a fan of the blue button.
We're shot on all sides. We ain't gonna make it!
We'll make it! Maybe!
There's the exit.
See? Home stretch!
Our last breath.
Yeah! And that's what I call a win, people.
How's that a win? Our monster just got eaten.
Whatever you can fly away from.
Means you screwed up because you had to fly away from it.
Please don't be Novacore. Please don't be Novacore. Please don't be Novacore.
It is Novacore.
It's a patrol ship. Designation: Alice Hope.
Did you say Howl's Hope?
There's this thing I gotta do. I'll be right back.
We need to get rid of that animal now. I'm serious, Peter. If it stays on the ship, we all go to prison.
No one's going to jail. It's a harmless space llama thing.
Harmless. Remember Inakubi?
Not really, no.
That's because they scorched the planet because an idiot smuggled in an Exelon.
I will eject the beast into space.
Whoa, 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 whoa. We're not ejecting anything. It'll make us look guilty.
It could be carrying Zephron's disease.
Which is why Drax is gonna hide in the secret cargo compartment behind Groot's plants.
Peter, Jason, Quill.
Hey, Krell! How you doing? How long's it been? 2-3 years? You look good. Damn.
This is a new low, Peter. Even for you.
Krell, I swear it's not what it looks like.
That you're a junker trespassing in the most restricted area of space? Who consorts with thieves and murderers, apparently.
Hey, killing people for money ain't murder.
Nice to see you too, Cora.
Come on, Krell. You know me. We've been to hell and back. Sure, I've done some shady stuff since the war, but junking?
I just caught you pink-handed, leaving the quarantine zone.
Technically, yes, but we weren't scavenging.
Right.
Peter Quill, I found these items in the space that you told me about. There was not enough room for both the other thing and these.
Peter Quill, of planet C-53, under galactic law ZXP-47, I am putting you and your crew under arrest for
Actually, can I call you back?
What?
Please tell me that is not a crate of super illegal tech.
It is a crate of super illegal tech, which also happens to be very valuable.
Really?
What? We're on a Ravager ship. Even the fucking bulkheads are stolen.
Well, we can't fit both in the compartment.
I will eject the crate into space.
Eject the crate and I melt your face!
The Milano's weapon systems are 4 generations behind Quill. We need that tech, more than we need some stupid farm animal.
That farm animal could be a Class 3 biohazard if you want to end up in the kiln.
Rocket's crate.
Peter! You're willing to gamble on a space llama thingy?
I'll convince Corell the llama's harmless. She knows me.
And I know Corell.
Not like I did.
You slept with a cop?
He wasn't a cop back then. The point is, I can get us out of this, guys. You just gotta trust me. Oh, and that would be your boarding party. Just speak to Centurion Corell.
Silence, prisoner. Time to meet with law-breaking pirates like you.
That's just it. We're not pirates. We're legally incorporated heroes for hire.
Yeah, that's right. You check those records. Novacore licensing agreement 67398-2.
Gardeners of the Galaxy?
No.
Rocket!
So I let Groot fill out the paperwork. I fixed it with an addendum.
Not the most well-known heroes you could hire, but definitely in the top 5 of most awesome names. Contributing members. Groot, a Flora Colossus, last of his kind, fearless in a firefight, an awesome best friend. Rocket, bona fide super genius and a wizard with explosives. Definitely not a raccoon. Gamora, adopted daughter of Thanos, deadliest woman in the galaxy. Need we say more? Drax the Destroyer, convicted serial murderer and galactic war hero, often grumpy. Last and definitely least, Peter Jason Quill.
That's it.
It's all you wrote?
It was a character limitation.
Sorry, excuse me, I just need to...
Cadet Gold, what are you doing here?
Oh, you don't know? Really? It says right here. Prisoner processing training. I'm your official trainee.
Aren't you a little young for the Corps?
Aren't you a little old for that hairdo?
I should check with the captain.
No. No. She definitely signed off on this. You know how thorough she is about signing stuff? And if I may, sir, the real concern here is Regulation 7A regarding prisoner footgear. That one's jet boots are in clear violation.
They're decorative.
Good work, Cadet Gold.
Great. There goes Paul.
No, you do not got this, pirate. I got this. Now fall in line.
Time to go, prisoner.
Watch the jacket.
Cadet Gold. You know the arrest protocols?
All memorized, sir. First thing we do.
First thing you do is walk. We're legitimate business-like folk on legitimate-like business.
We're not hunting an illegal creature in illegal space.
Illegally stop helping.
There's so much wrong with this arrest. A, no way a kid should be.
I'm an official trainee.
And B, I'm very, very close friends with the captain.
Uh-huh. Hold it right here. Is there a problem?
Yes, no faith energy, no power. No power, no control.
Thanks for looking at it. They say
They cannot even fathom. How can they fix what they cannot understand?
put the Grand Unifier's mind at ease. Run the scanners again.
The Flark is a grand unifier.
Grand Unifier Breaker. Leader of the Church of Universal something. He was floating dead in the quarantine zone. Looking for God.
All right, pirates. Let's go.
We caught him just like we caught you.
Difference is, I know the captain. As I was saying, if you just tell the captain that I...
Mom explicitly said she doesn't want to see you.
Yeah, Quill.
Just to be super clear on the mom.
Touch that.
Hold on! Quill! Hold on to something, Quill! No!
Kid, are you there? Nova girl!
Yeah. I think so. Let me just see if I can...
great.
Okay. That was gonna be amazing.
Whoa! Thanks.
Mom wouldn't be impressed if I lost my first prisoner.
Your mom, right?
Come on. We need to get out of here. There's a glass door around the corner. We'll be safe there. Here. Help me with this. Ready?
Together. On 3, 2, 1. Go, go. Yeah. Okay.
We need to keep moving. This
Is that
way.
Nikki?
Whoa.
Just stay
I knew there was
close.
something wrong about that church. Who goes fishing for God in a junkyard?
Oh man, this is bad.
Blast doors kick in during emergencies. Pretty sure I can override them with my passkey.
They give out override keys to trainees?
Not exactly. Just give me a sec.
You know, I could probably help with the door if we undid these cuffs.
Regulation 3B. Never undo restraints.
Ah, you clearly need my help.
No! You're my prisoner. And I got this.
Obviously.
Ah! Okay, we're gonna have to find another way out.
We sure there isn't a way through here?
I'm in charge here.
Whoa! You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. You?
Oh, dandy.
Okay. This way.
Keep it going up? Back toward the others?
There's another glass door down here.
Whoa! Are you kidding me?
Relax, you're fine. Ish.
I mentioned how useful my jet boots will be right now.
Okay. I can do this.
Not to rush you or anything.
Almost there. Yes! Got it! Through here. Woo!
Nice work.
Thanks. You didn't do too bad yourself, pirate.
Only Star-Lord. Or Peter, or, you know cadet butt saver.
Okay. Peter. So, listen. I have some good news. Some bad news about your friends.
Give me the good news.
They're all fine. I mean, they all have live signs.
So, what's the bad news?
They've been processed and put in the brig. Come on. Clark! Pipes must have burst.
Should we try using that thingamajig of yours to call someone?
We don't need help. I know what I'm doing. Now help me block this fire so we can get through.
Sure. Just that everyone must be worried. Captain's kid goes missing.
Captain's kid is still a corpsman.
Easy does it.
There, see? You don't need to worry about me. Enough people around here do that already.
For what it's worth, I think you're doing great. As good an arresting officer as I've ever had.
How many of you have?
Not that many. Is that robot wearing makeup?
What? Oh, yeah. That's just this. I know all the bots down here. They're kind of my friends, I guess. I reprogrammed most of them.
Gave them faces.
Maybe.
No, I mean it's cool. Give them personality. Very cool.
Okay, wow. Just blatantly gonna ignore me and go crawling into a dead end. Regulation 2B. Prisoners must stay close at all times.
You got them all memorized, don't you? Does your mom know you play down here?
Probably not. But what else am I gonna do? Not like there's any other kids on board.
You know, I didn't have a lot of friends at your age either. Granted, I was in prison, but still.
So Mom was right about me.
It was a Shatari prison. I was just a kid.
I have so many questions. Were your parents in prison too?
No, my mom, died. I didn't know my dad.
Ready?
Okay, you'd think this would get easier.
How do you know my mom, exactly?
We fought together on Mercury during the war. She is a real Spitfire.
More like real controlling. And bossy and judgmental. You're just a kid, Nikki. You don't know what's good for you, Nikki. Stay out of the escape pods, Nikki.
I kinda know what you mean.
You do?
This is a new low, Peter. Even for you, Peter. It's restricted space, Peter.
Yep. That's her. Where do you think you're going?
Just making sure this place is safe and secure from the, you know, fire.
Any day now.
Right. Just taking it all in.
I'm still in charge here, you know?
Of course you are.
It's a dead end. Trust me.
Of course I trust you.
Clearly.
This is an attempt to escape your mom's ship. I really need to know, because I may or may not be super interested. Just really need to make sure it doesn't look like a kidnapping.
What? No. Just promise you won't tell anyone about
Oh, wow.
it. Don't laugh.
No. This is cool. It's like your secret hideout, right? Definitely prefer this to the brig.
Well, we're not staying. I just need to check on Ultimo. His gyros have been all screwy.
Take your time. Hey, this is Mercury, right?
Uh-huh. It's supposed to represent this big battle Mom was part of. You said you were there, right?
Oh, yeah. Your mom was dead in the water until me and the Ravager showed up. You should really fix this.
You want me to draw you in?
In the interest of historical accuracy. Something tells me you and Rocket would get along. Or really not get along. One of those two.
The raccoon thing? Yeah, he seemed real charming.
I just mean he's also really into all this tech stuff.
Hey, secret stuff. Off limits.
No adults. I get it.
Anyway, I'm all done here. We should probably get back before Mom completely freaks.
Yeah, I've seen your mom overreact before.
It's like, I'm not a kid anymore, you know?
Tell me about it.
So, you get where I'm coming from, right? Like if you do end up talking to my mom.
Say no more. I'll make sure Carell knows what a good job you did.
No! I mean, thanks. But ideally, Mom never needs to know I was in the hangar at all.
So I never saw you?
Exactly! Never saw me. Never saw my pasty. You may have heard of Nikki Gold and how cool she is, but that's it. Almost at the elevator. We're home free.
Need a hand?
Yes! Got it! Mom? I can explain. I'm fine. Mom, seriously.
A-okay, barely a scratch. What in Hollis name were you thinking? Sneaking out with an arresting squad, running around with criminals.
Alleged criminals?
You almost died. Do you have any idea how grounded you are right now?
Mom! You promised to give me more leeway.
Leeway doesn't mean lying to my officers. Or sneaking around behind my back.
Look, it's my fault some guy's ship blew up.
Restricted areas are restricted for a reason.
You treat me like a prisoner.
You're a child! Are you even listening?
Whoa. We've all been through a lot today. Let's just all take a deep breath. And recognize that maybe we've all made some mistakes.
Make sure the fire is out and the hangar secure.
Yes, Commander.
And find out why that churchman shuttle exploded.
Grand Unifier Raker has been less than cooperative.
Make him cooperate. And you two?
I knew you'd overreact. You always overreact. Even Peter was saying so.
Oh, he was he?
For what it's worth, Nikki totally saved my butt. She handled herself really well, and you have every reason to be proud of her.
Coming from you, Peter, it's worth extraordinarily little.
Why are you being mean to him? Just listen to what he's saying.
I don't care what he's saying.
Upper level. Captain's quarters.
Initiate lockdown.
Lockdown initiated.
What, are you gonna kill us?
In theory, these doors don't open until I say so.
Yeah, I know how lockdown works.
I don't think you do, because somehow
not locked down. All good for systems go. Activate.
Voice print not authorized.
We don't need your help. You're the last person we need help from.
You clearly need some form of help if you're trapping us in an elevator.
No one leaves until you tell me what I want to know.
You already know everything.
No, I don't. I know you're a magnet for danger, and that you somehow keep getting caught in restricted areas of this ship.
I'm small. Okay? I fit into places.
Being small doesn't get you past security, or through the hangar bay checkpoint, or the maintenance tunnel glass doors, or even into the sub-level I just found you in.
There was that system-wide glitch, remember?
Yeah. Yeah, security was down for a while.
No, it wasn't.
Seemed pretty down to me.
Are you seriously lying for a 12-year-old right now?
Well, I thought she was at least 16.
Peter!
What? She really knew her stuff. She's a smart kid.
Too smart. She keeps bypassing security. Unless you have a level 6 access to my ship all of a sudden? Didn't think so. Nicolette Gold, empty your pockets.
No. You empty your pockets.
Nikki,
What?
I know you're hiding something.
It was me. Yeah, all those locked doors back there, I hacked them.
You hacked them?
Yeah, I'm a hacker now. I hack stuff. You know, beep, bop, boop, 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 beep.
I told you it was restricted.
That doesn't explain the falsified orders.
I don't know what to tell you, Mom. Your security staff have been sleeping on the job. All I know is I'm not hiding anything. I wouldn't do that.
To be continued. Disengage lockdown.
So, can I go help secure the hangar now?
No, you can go back to your quarters and you can stay there for the next 30 rotations.
But Mom!
I can make it 30 cycles.
So, rough day, huh? Morning shuttles, quarantine zone trespassers, missing kid.
I have no idea.
Julie. I can't believe you still have him. I believe you survived. It was what, like 1,000 degrees?
More like 1,000 cycles ago. You can keep him if you want. He is yours.
Hey, I ordered him to look out for you. Expect him to keep doing his job. Especially now I have a daughter. 12-year-old daughter you didn't have during the war. 12 years ago when we...
Peter. When we picked up your ship, part of me was excited. At first. But then after all this time, you haven't changed. At all. You're still the same.
I've changed. Whatever the fine is, I'll pay. Just give me 3 cycles. Let me prove that I'm not still... Whatever it is you're gonna finish that sentence with.
You're gonna pay 8,000 units in 3 cycles.
Wow, okay, that is a lot of money. I was thinking that maybe...
Fine's non-negotiable. My search party found a Class 2 biohazard wandering around your ship.
That's all they found, right? Okay, you'll get your money on time, no problem. This Guardians of the Galaxy thing, we are this close to getting it off the ground. And if I didn't have these handcuffs on, I would show you just how very close we are. No, come on, when have I ever? You won't regret it.
You've got 3 cycles, Peter. Not 4, not 5, 3. Contact me when you've got the unit.
if we don't?
The device we installed will deactivate your ship. You will all go to prison.
Gotcha. We won't let you down.
What the hell, Peter? You said you could get us out of this.
I did. 8,000 units is a small price.
8,000 units?
That is a tremendous sum.
Where are we gonna get that kind of money in 3 cycles?
By robbing a freaking bank, apparently.
Okay. So we got fined. We have a Nova tracking thing on our ship that's gonna shut down our engines if we don't pay that fine in 3 cycles. At least we're not on a prisoner transport.
Not yet.
Come on, guys. You're Drax the Destroyer, man. You killed Thanos.
Allegedly.
Are you gonna let a little fine slow you down? And Gamora, you're practically an MI6 agent, but way hotter and cooler. There's nothing you can't do.
Here it comes.
Rocky, you're an actual genius and the scrappiest dude I know. How many prisons did you break out of?
7.
You are Groot. We're supposed to be a team. All we need to do is figure out how broke we are and come up with a plan. So check your quarters. Check between the sofas. Check under the crafting bench. If you find any spare units lying around, grab them. I'll do the same in my quarters.
All right.
This is why you don't sleep with cops, girl. They put bombs on my ship.
My ship.
I am watching you, rodent.
What's that supposed to mean?
It is common knowledge that rodents hoard nuts, stolen technology, units.
Okay, first off, I ain't a hoarder nor a rodent.
I know you have a stash hidden aboard this ship. Fetch it, now.
There ain't nothing to fetch. Groot blew our stash on Contraxia, and the rest I gave to Quill and Gamora for the DAS quarantine zone access code.
A likely story.
Why don't you go bother someone else?
I intend to.
What do you want, Quill? If you're looking for units, check your own room.
Open this door. I know you are in there, sweet. Do not think that I do not know what you are up to. Your rodent co-conspirator has clearly stashed his innocent goods. I am watching.
Hey, Bluebird, you copy? I know you think I sold you out, and... Gamora, I was just...
Who are you talking to? What's a bluebird?
It, was Yondu's call sign. He was Bluebird and I was the kid.
Let me get this straight. Yondu Udonta, leader of the Ravager space virus, scourge of the Sirius system and all-around scoundrel, used Bluebird as his call sign?
Even had it embroidered on the back of his jacket.
Amazing.
It was amazing. Pretty much from the day we met.
How did you two meet? Terrans and Centaurians aren't exactly neighbors.
We met on Chitauri Prime. About 3 years in my sentence.
Wait, Yondu was a prisoner of war? I thought the Ravagers were neutral.
They were. And they also weren't. Yondu and I were cellmates. First thing he said when they put him in my cell was, "Boy, don't be going and getting attached. 'Cause I'm just here for the food." And the food was pretty terrible, so...
Yeah, that sounds like Yondu.
I had cellmates before, and none of them lasted long. Shikari have these gladiatorial games, and...
You got used to people dying.
Not sure about that, but I didn't expect anyone to last long. I also didn't have my translation implant back then, so I might as well have been alone. But Yondu, he actually spoke English. Said he'd offered to translate in exchange for extra rations.
So even in the snake-infested hellhole, ever the schemer.
It's something we had in common. I've been scheming for a way to escape since the day they took me. I just needed someone like Yondu to make it seem possible.
How did you escape?
Let's just say it was equal parts simple, complicated, and kind of embarrassing. But it ended with the two of us delivering a transport full of stolen supplies straight into the hands of the Resistance.
Or a bucket-load of units too, I bet.
Anyway, once we did, there was no going back. I was a Ravager. The Ravagers had a simple code: steal from everyone. Yondu said it made them neutral.
But they weren't. I specifically remember several Chitauri transports being hit when I was still... you know.
They hit just as many Resistance ships, until a Chitauri cruiser uncloaked in front of them during a raid and...
Yondu ended up on Chitauri Prime. With you.
After we broke out, he could have left me on some space station or dropped me off at the nearest Nova Corps base. But he didn't. Instead, he invited me to join the Ravagers.
You were with them a long time. Must have enjoyed it.
I did. Being a Ravager was the first time I felt like I really belonged, if that makes any sense.
I felt the same way when I joined Richard Ryder and the Resistance. Like I was finally in control of who I wanted to be.
Yes, exactly. Those first few years, it was like I had joined this really big, really dysfunctional family, which, now that I'm hearing it, would make Yondu my...
Space Dad?
Could have been worse. Well, if you don't mind, I think I'd like to be alone for a bit.
Oh, yeah, sure. I'll see you around.
Well. Let's see if we can find some stray units in here. Really?
"37 units?
We appear to be 7,963 units short. If we intend to keep our ship, Peter Quill,
I know. We clearly need a plan.
reconsider my initial proposal.
Oh, no, not Fin Fang Foom again.
Yes, we should go after Fin Fang Foom.
Drax, there are easier ways to get paid. Like, what about selling Gamora's crap?
What?
Oh, come on, you've been hoarding them stupid knickknacks ever since you first joined us. I mean, don't tell me they ain't worth nothing.
Tinzo is always there.
Holding out on
My
this corner.
figurines are not knickknacks.
Team's in trouble, and you can't be bothered to make no sacrifice.
I will sacrifice your head.
And take us to the majestic...
Guys! I think we should hear out Groot for once.
He says we should combine both ideas.
Sell Gamora's trinkets to Fin Fang Foom. It was brilliant.
Yeah, you know, the only problem with your plan is that Lady Hellbender only buys monsters, and you are not a monster. He's not. He's the sweetest, most... No, you don't. This ain't something you can pretend. Oh, yeah? You want monster? I'll show you monster!
Whoa, guys!
Groot, are you really offering to...
No, he is not offering that, okay?
It could work.
Sell Groot? I guess we could bust him out after.
Absurd. Lady Hellbender seeks the most within. The small, ugly one is clearly a choice. He's cruel, sadistic, and his soul is filthy and filled with rage. Mr. Queen would pay a great sum for such a creature.
Really? How great?
How are you okay with this?
Because I know what I am. And I know what he ain't.
I vote we sell Groot. I honestly think Lady Hellbender will go for it.
Yeah, well, I vote for not.
I also vote for the creepy little beast.
2 votes each. Peter?
Well, I think Groot's more convincing in the traditional monster sense. Groot, buddy, first of all, thank you. And second of all, I want you to know we're gonna bust you out of there right after, okay? Alright, let's do this. Let's go sell a monster.
We're not seriously flying into that.
You say the weather patterns of Secnarf 9 are tied to the temperament of its ruler.
That's not how women work.
Or weather. Anyways, I'm sure it looks worse than it is.
There! That's Lady Hellbender's fortress.
Get us in close, Quill. I don't want to walk in this.
Yep, no problem. Flying the wrong way.
Nah, he's not flying at all.
Guys, relax. Just one minor adjustment.
Piece of cake.
You can't be serious.
What? This way we can scope things out before we finish the transaction.
We're like 100 clicks from her base.
You know how much I like scoping. Nope.
Next time, I'm flying.
Are you sure the leafy one is ready for this?
Nope.
He'll be fine.
Don't you get all gloomy right now. Don't help.
Because you're constant complaining, Des?
You are complaining about the short one complaining.
We're all complaining. Happy?
Do I get a raise for this?
One fine tech upgrade, hot and fresh. Now that that's done, do we gotta move on, Jelly Legs?
Why does this thing look so sinister?
Hey, who said you could touch that? I don't go into your room and touch your stuff, Quill.
What? You hacked my visor and added a scoreboard to it while I was sleeping.
That was different. I improved it. Also, did anyone tell you that you snore? I thought Drax was bad, but wow. Quill, you really get that checked. You sound like a toy.
I don't snore that loud.
Yeah, okay.
So what is this thing anyway? Kind of looks like a metal face hugger.
That is clearly a spinal control unit.
Yes, right, of course, a spinal control thingy.
Back on Half-World, Kree scientists use these to keep us super soldiers in line. They'd press a big, fun red button and zap! Instant obedience.
Holy crap. Rocket. How many of you super soldiers were there on Half-World?
When the Kree started, 100, maybe. By the time I escaped, just me and Lila. She was the first one not to die through the control unit.
And Lila is also a...
What, a raccoon?
or not, a raccoon?
You gotta understand. She was afraid of me, and the control unit made sure we stayed in line, but I stayed in line.
That sounds awful. I can't imagine.
So, I did what I do best. I found a way to overload the control unit. When the Blueskins let us out of our cage, kaboom! I blew a hole into the side of the lab. What we didn't know, what I didn't know, was that the lab was protected by sentry bots. We got to the security fence and Lila covered me while I hacked the modulator frequency, and as soon as it opened, she pushed me through the door. I heard her die, Quill.
Rocket.
Doesn't matter now. Past is the past, right? And that thing, just a reminder.
What exactly did the Kree do to you?
They ripped me apart and rebuilt me over and over and over again until I became this half-finished thing. They mold and shape and control.
Rocket, I had no idea. I mean, I knew the Kree Empire was desperate, but...
Do you know what it's like to lose all control of your body? To be in constant pain, trapped inside yourself, unable to stop the horrible things you're doing? That control unit made sure I did what I was supposed to do. Oh yeah, whether I wanted to or not. A neat, furry little machine of death. Didn't take long to figure out I was better off not fighting.
Okay. Then let's shoot this thing out the airlock. Have a little middle finger salute ceremony to the bastards who built it.
I don't think I'm ready to let go of that part of me yet. Maybe one day.
Are you 100% sure you want to keep it? What if it...
Controls me? I decided a long time ago, Quill, that I would never let anyone control me again. As far as I'm concerned, this is just another useful piece of junk. Too bad.
I'm sorry you had to go through all that, Rocket. For real. Looks broken. Maybe Rocket can fix it. Groot! Hey, buddy. I was just, checking to see if everything was okay. And it is. Too bad this translator's busted. I was hoping it might have Groot stored on it or something. That way I could download it into my translator. I'd love to know what your thoughts are and stuff without, you know, Rocket always filtering it. Actually, hold that thought. Yo, Rocket! What? Can you come here for a sec?
What do you want, Quill? I'm busy.
Think you can see if this translator has Groot's language on it?
It doesn't.
You didn't even check.
Don't need to. Cheap scud like that don't have rare language packages, and even if it did, it's beyond salvageable.
Really? Wait, do you have Groot's language package installed in your translation implant?
Do I look like I'm made of units? Only folks who got that language package are rich people.
You actually speak Groot then?
You mean Telunism? And yeah, I speak it, more or less. Me and Groot been bounty hunting together for a decade before you came along, Quill. When you've been working together that long, you develop a common understanding. You say misunderstandings, I say open to interpretation. They didn't go sour. We didn't need those jobs anyway.
So you guys learn to understand each other over time.
And with the help of a spreadsheet of Groot's lexicon, which ain't no easy feat when your entire language sounds like I am and Groot.
So there's hope for us yet. You know, I didn't always have a translation implant. I mean, I always felt like Spanish before I left Earth, not that Spanish would have prepared me for all of this. Man, those first few years, you know how hard it was to get by without having any idea what people were saying? Half of the languages out here sound like white noise, weird birds, and messed up theremins. I don't even want to know what Rocket actually sounds like. TV did not prepare me for the realities of living in space, let me tell you. Honestly, man, you're lucky you have Rocket. I mean, I know what it's like to be surrounded by people and have no one understand you, how lonely that can be. I'd have been lost. You must have been lost boss too, before Rocket and us. I probably don't say this enough, but you really are an important part of the team. I can't imagine the Gardeners of the Galaxy without Groot. And who knows, if this thing does have your language in it and Rocket can download it somehow or hack it or I don't know. It'd be nice to finally talk to you. For real. Glad we had this little chat. Awesome. Ooh.
No, we should not go. We got it. It's different.
Hope that jacket of yours is waterproof.
They say that Sector 9 is inhospitable to soft-bodied beings. We'll see how you fare, Will.
Of course, it had to be raining. I hate wet.
Are we going? Because I'm ready.
Okay, here we go.
I ever mentioned how much I hate rain?
Hellbender's castle isn't even that far.
That is not a castle. It is an impregnable fortress.
So how do we impregnate it?
Ask Peter!
Let's just get closer. We'll figure it out on the way.
There is nothing to figure out. As beast merchants, we will easily gain access to Lady Hellbender.
Good. We've already got a beast. All that's left is the merchant part.
Good thing I put on my official merchant costume.
There is no such thing. Ouch! Hey, is my jacket all right?
At least you got a jacket. Some of us are soaking here.
Less whining, more walking.
Hey, Stormlord, we ain't seriously walking through this. It'll take forever in this storm.
Stop complaining. The hardship will strengthen your spirit.
I face more than enough hardship. Thank you very much.
We won't walk, we'll hike. It'll be fun. Woohoo! Team hiking trip.
That's just a fancy word for walking.
Come on, at least you won't be bored.
Okay, guys, if we just keep our footing, it'll be a straight shot across.
We got this. Just don't fall and we'll be fine.
The Space Lady Hellbender's range head on.
Almost sounds like you want to get hit by lightning.
I would not expect a Chitauri trader to understand the underlying value
The underlying value of getting killed.
of being direct, you child of subterfuge.
What is your problem?
Lady Hellbender scoffs upon duplicity and dishonor. Your reputation is why she tests us. Throw your worst, monstrous queen.
You know she can't control the weather, right?
Can we refocus here? We're here to trick some lady, not kill each other.
She's not just...
That was way too close.
Well played, Lady Hellbender. So we're still doing this? Yes!
Guys! Focus! Keep an eye out on those big blue ones and take cover when they hit. Or we'll get blown right off.
Good advice.
This one! Of course he knows about the walk. Recycle!
Oh, scouting, okay? Okay, this might be more dangerous than I thought.
Live for danger.
Yeah, keyword live.
If any of you die,
Everyone okay?
We should have gone to Mako 4.
Hey, check out the old resistance ship. Take the shot to hell.
Out by this one, there's a tower place.
We weren't friends.
resistance ship. Drax, you can pull this reactor out gently, right?
If it were combustible, the rodents would have shot it by now.
He makes an excellent point.
Well, I continue ripping it apart.
No. I think we're good.
Great.
I'm going to scout ahead. Try not to kill yourselves on the way up.
There they are. Wink.
All right, Rocket. That wing control panel's all yours. It still works.
Great. Everyone watch out for beeping red lights.
What? Why?
This is a resistance ship. We'll be lucky if there's only one booby trap on it.
Floor.
That don't sound like no jelly thing.
They say that Lady Hellbender's call echoes throughout the planet.
That don't sound like no lady either.
Careful! Looks like something big moved through here.
If you see anything with claws the size of Drax, let me know.
I thought we already had our monster. What's she tracking this thing for? For sport.
Nothing wrong with a little sport. A girl has to keep busy.
You are looking for trouble, assassin.
Ooh, mysterious.
Found something cool.
Yeah, some kind of cave. Maybe it's got hidden treasure. Please don't let there be a space baron here. And hello, mystery goo. Monster eggs. Yay. Okay, so what's this up? It looks like a monster cave. It smells like a monster cave. And you're on a monster planet.